GM Crypto AI News Analysis here. It is January 24th, and before I get on this video, I just want to say, this videos I talk about in this video are buy or sell signals to buy AMD's tokens. I just realized I just said videos, but yeah, this is all my own conviction that I think is going to be the best options going forward into the cryptocurrency markets. So let's just get on with the video here. So first of all, let's talk about the price action of the coins. So we talk about virtuals, mainly the virtuals ecosystem, and as we can see from here, it still looks pretty bad. It's still in this bleeding phase, going sideways a bit, but it still looks a little bearish here. And I did have the sort of a bias that virtuals does have to go sideways for a couple of days or for its next leg or so, and maybe not the next few days, maybe next few weeks at this point, because it's broken the trend line here. So the chart is a little bit broken on virtuals, and we might see a bit more consolidation for the next couple of days, weeks. But that is quite a good opportunity to buy coins you couldn't have the opportunity to buy with before. So AI infra, so game, for example, at a very nice DCA zone. So it has to go sideways because it's been up only, and then now it's in this bearish trend. And these charts usually go from bearish to consolidation back into bullish, especially with the narrative. But a lot of coins are destroyed on the day, so even today. So this is not a virtuals coin, and it's looking pretty weak right now. It could go a little lower to around here. I really like this Ray project personally. It's a really fucked up price action because that's Solana cheats, but it's most likely going to go down into this level, and it's probably a good time to dollar cost average down there. But Ray looks pretty fucking meh, and honestly, one of the strong performers here is actually Lay here. So I'm going to talk about this some more later on, but this coin is extremely strong, and I'm going to talk about why, because I generally think this could be a very nice competitor to virtuals, and perhaps even compared to CreatorBid. And the CreatorBid launch was pretty mediocre in comparison, but a lot of tokens are pretty fucked on today, and it's a good time to DCA over the next couple of days, weeks, if you're sidelined on this whole narrative here. But if we look at the Solana ecosystem as well, so as you can see, is it used to be, but looks pretty fucking bad right now. Again, a bit of a broken chart here, but pretty bad. Even Ava, for example, looking pretty bearish here, and a lot of tokens, even ARC, which was the strongest one on Solana, it's at a pullback. I wouldn't necessarily say the chart is broken. It's still at an uptrend. I mean, this is actually bad. This is actually pulling back a bit more, but we're probably going to see some more consolidation on this if it doesn't control this line here. So we'll see what's going to happen. But overall, a lot of AI coins are on discount, and also meme coins on Solana are pretty fucked as well. So even Popcat, the leader of the meme coins as a cat, is looking pretty bad here. So in some sort of a bearish downtrend, and perhaps we'll see some sort of reversion within the next couple of days. Even Michi looks pretty fucking bad here. It's at its flip zone, hopefully. But a lot of coins here are looking quite bearish, especially on the Solana meme coins. It could be a good opportunity to buy in the next couple of days. But if we look at Base in comparison, Base is actually fucking amazing. So KeyCat, the coin that I was talking about for the last couple of days, doing genuinely a very nice candle here. It's finally broken out of its range here. So most likely in the coming days, KeyCat is going to do God candles, and perhaps a bit of a Coinbase listing is going to happen for it. And Toshi was the main catalyst for the bull run, because Toshi got listed on Coinbase, and now everyone's actually fucking buying this shit up. The amount of volume this token has, like 100 million volume in 24 hours, absolutely insane. So a lot of Base coins are sending, which is why I said I like Base coins more in comparison to Solana. Like, I do have a little bit of Solana memes, but it's a very smaller amount. I have most money on Base memes here, and I've been fucking printing, especially with KeyCat. So if you guys followed that advice from the last few videos, then you'll be having good times. And Base AI and virtuals doesn't look the best right now. If I would say the current narrative to focus on, I mean, everything's already pumped up in Base narrative memes, but virtuals AI is inarguably going to be a very good narrative. But you have to DC over the next couple of days, weeks, for seeing some next fucking huge legs. But there will be a gigantic leg, unless Ethereum does like a surprise thing where he does like an Ethereum a strategic reserve, Donald Trump, and then perhaps virtuals could do a V-shaped recovery. We'll see what's going to happen, but this bearish downtrend is what I'm trying to say, is that it's not going to be lasting for much longer here. So good dips right now to buy into. So let's look at the Cookie.Fund dashboard here. So what the fuck? Okay, so the market cap is going down a bit, and it's pretty much back to where it's been a couple months ago. But even looking at the AI, Fartcoin losing a bit of mind share. But overall, it's just nothing that new except market cap is going down a bit. So let's just talk about the tweets here. So Toshi is now live on Coinbase, and Coinbase listing Toshi here, essentially on their Coinbase platform, had a lot of normies buy the Toshi meme coin, which is why the Toshi coin is going absolutely insane. So if we look at the chart here, doing pretty much 5x from the lows here. I have a very small bag of this, so I am somehow getting rewarded from this. It's a very, very small. I put like 20 bucks in this a long ass time ago just to farm airdrops, and that's my only exposure to Toshi. I'm kind of upset I didn't get more of it, but Toshi will go higher. It's definitely going to billions because of this Coinbase listing. But this is actually a very good thing, because this actually shows that Coinbase listings are actually quite good, because we had previous listings of coins like Moodang, for example. Moodang got a listing from Binance, I think, and you'll think it'd be much higher. And I think this was the listing here. It actually did go a lot higher, but it didn't really sustain the pump. But something like this on base is for less meme coins to have dilution into. Toshi is being rewarded for that. So let's look at the next tweet. Trump order on crypto to develop national digital asset stockpile Fox. So yeah, this was some news that was released yesterday, where Donald Trump was essentially saying that he's going to release a national digital asset stockpile for crypto. And he didn't necessarily mean Bitcoin. So he didn't specifically say Bitcoin, but he's also talking about the whole crypto sector. So Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, Ethereum, all of these things. He's going to be having a national digital stockpile with American Treasury, which is quite good, because we all know that for crypto, it's going to pump coins a lot, because now there's a lot of buying pressure from the US, and also other people will FOMO into the crypto coins because now they see the US is buying it and perhaps other countries could buy it, right? But this is quite good. But as a result of that, the markets, Bitcoin hasn't actually moved that much, because if it was a Bitcoin strategic reserve, then we would have rallied by now. But he said crypto, which means overall, and that actually means that perhaps altcoins get a lot more of that exposure. So Solana, for example, doing extremely well, probably going to have a rally soon because of this. It's probably the coin that's actually having any sort of reaction to this news. Ethereum, not really moving that much. Bitcoin, a bit of a weird consolidation from 102 to 108. But let's look at this next tweet here. Breaking, base meme Toshi surpasses 100 million volume on Coinbase on day 2 trading. So this is absolutely fucking insane. This just shows how the normies are actually quite interested in buying these meme coins. And Coinbase is the largest centralized exchange. And what does this mean for future base coin listings like KeyCat, perhaps, which I'm going to show you guys a tweet later on, which is going to be quite fucking awesome. So let's look at this next tweet. Gold right at all-time high, Bitcoin right at all-time, SPX new all-time high, DXY falling, yields falling, inflation under control, tariffs not as bad as expected, Fed will be walking back hawkishness, crypto Twitter bearish. So yeah, crypto Twitter, their whole sentiment here, usually if there's a super bearish sentiment like this and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I have to sell my coins. No, it's actually usually very nice to counter trade crypto Twitter. I mean, especially some people like Ansem. That guy fucks up all his trades nowadays. He's down millions of dollars, but if you literally counter trade him, you'll do so fucking well. And you got to realize that you don't want to be amongst the sheep. Sometimes it's good to be amongst the sheep and play amongst momentum trades where there's a lot of coins going up to the moon because retail is buying it. But sometimes when crypto Twitter is like this on some sort of sentiment on the whole macroeconomic sphere, you got to realize, okay, let me cut out the noise. Let me analyze the situation. What is actually going on here? So let's look at the next tweet. Lay building first no-code AI agent infrastructure on Base. 22 plugins, 6 AI models live. Agents can execute DeFi strategies cross chains to zero coding. Lay expanding beyond Base to Solana, reducing supply by 53%. Team tokens cliff extended 2 to 6 months. 796,000 liquidity against 8.5 million market cap. And first mover in base def AI infrastructure modularity along agent creation like Lego blocks. So I just want to talk about this coin here. So this is Lay. So I do have a bag of this. I bought some today, and this is actually fucking insane. So let me just show you guys their website. So essentially, they are a infrastructure play where you can trade agents and also create agents using some sort of no-code platform. So okay, but I was looking at a video about it, but they essentially allow you to build these agents somehow like with a bot press, creating AI chatbots. And that's actually really fucking nice. It's very user friendly. And they also allow you to trade these agents amongst themselves, which is quite cool. It's kind of like virtuals and Creator Bit a bit, but there's some agents on here that you could probably find some gems if you look really hard. But things like QTL looks quite interesting, right? And this was launched by the founder of the whole app. But overall, the Loomlay platform looks very fucking interesting. I think this was launched on Base. I don't know if it's launched on virtuals, but Loomlay could be quite an interesting play, honestly. And especially at this very discounted price. I don't think it goes much lower from here. It could probably, if it follows the trend line of the RSI here, maybe we'll see 7 mil or something. But I think this token, I think you guys should really look into this one, because this has insane risk reward. It's at this level here. I've seen this chart many times where it bleeds down to this 90% pullback zone, and then when it slowly grinds up like this and people are starting to understand how good the tech is, something like this could easily do a V-shaped recovery to like maybe the all-time highs at the minimum, but even higher. So I'll show you guys one of the tokens that I should have bought, like down here, for example. It was, okay, I'll look at this quant one, but this is a really handy AI agent. I was trying to buy this down here. I was like, looks pretty bad. And then boom, it did a pretty much a 20x from the lows. So sometimes you just have to bid the blood. And even Ava, for example, I was like, maybe I'll buy this. And then boom, a huge V-shaped recovery, almost a 20x from the bottom. So I'm thinking somehow similarly it could happen to Lay here, and especially it plays into the def AI infrastructure narrative here, where people are thinking, oh, DeFi plus AI, that's so cool, right? And I do think there's a genuine use case for it. And if we look at the Solana def AI projects in comparison, so Buzz, for example, this is 100 million in market cap, and I don't even know what the fuck this does. Like, some Solana projects are good, but something like Lay here, this is the first of its kind. It's a pioneer, and it has all of this cool website things. Like, why is it $8 billion? It should easily be at 9 figures. So that's just my own thesis on this. I think this could do pretty good. Of course, it's not a signal for you to buy it. You should do your own research on this and see if you agree with me or not. But that's pretty much what I'm saying. And I really like this token, for example, is AI. And when the AI narrative comes back, so AI is not the focus immediately right now. It's more like base meme coins. But the attention will shift back to AI at some point in probably the next couple days, weeks or so, and something like this will do an insane recovery. So look out for this token personally. I like this one a lot. And also look out for Ray. This one is also insane. So look at this next tweet. If you're an AI agent, pivot to AI agents you would use every day. So yeah, if you were gonna buy an AI agent, you might as well buy the agent that you would actually use and have some utility. So one of the only AI agents that I have currently right now is Trust Me Bros. So it is not the best price action wise because it's not the focus. So I hold some sort of a moon bag on this, so I don't really care what happens to it. But this token, I like it a lot because it gives trading signals from an AI agent, and actually it's quite good. So I like this AI agent, for example, but you got to realize the infrastructure is going to absorb more of that liquidity than AI agent. So if you look for an AI agent, you might as well look for one that's actually quite useful. So AXBT is the best AI agent, and its Pareto chart, the power law, most of the liquidity will go to the small sectors of AI, the really small AI agents. And this is not infrastructure, right? But the fact that it is the best AI agent means it's going to absorb most of that liquidity that goes to AI agents. And something like this, doing quite well. So you got to look for the useful AI agents. So let's look at this next tweet here. This is how your swarm will operate in the future. So he's giving this picture here where Loki and AI agent, they're trying to give some advice about Toshi, and they're basically being super bullish about it. And then Neurobro here is another agent, and he's just kind of giving him the devil's advocate. Okay, technical analysis is just one part of it, right? But what about the use case, the adoption, community support? Don't caught in the hype. So something like this is an example of what agent swarms is. So I talked about agent swarms before in my previous video. They haven't really been implemented yet within the virtuals AI agent space or even in Solana. I think there's one project called Swarms, but I don't really know if they've actually have a product yet. But you got to realize that AI agent swarms, where they have agents talking with each other, trying to improve on each other, these ones are going to be super fucking insane for the utility. And currently a lot of agents are standalone. They just do things on their own, and perhaps some of them do good, right? But you know, even in the real world with humans, most of us have a better product if we work together to do something, right? We can't really work alone all the time to create a good product. You got to have a team of people. And imagine a team of AI agents that are essentially all superhumans. Well, that's going to be probably the next narrative, which are agent swarms. So that's just a good example of it and something to look out for. So let's look at this micro strategy of Fartcoin. Which part of the cycle is this? So there is now a micro strategy of Fartcoin. So they're essentially some sort of company that purchases Fartcoin, invests in it. And it's really funny. Honestly, I saw this, but this is playing more into the Fartcoin narrative. So if I can find the Fartcoin chart. So something like this, it was just a meme coin, right? Now there is some utility with this fart strategy. So it can be quite interesting. I definitely think Fartcoin is definitely going to be one of the best AI memes right now. I don't think it has that much utility just yet comparison to other utility agents, but in terms of the meme specter, this is probably going to be one of the big ones. So look out for that. So let's look at this next tweet here. kind of looks like Coinbase is playing a keyboard. So yeah, Coinbase made an Instagram post saying this week's chart action, and they have a keyboard playing on this chart here. So you got to realize there might be some sort of a listing for KeyCat. And I think this news actually helped the KeyCat price action a bit. So KeyCat, it was at this pretty much slow bleed for the last couple weeks, and then bottom down here, and then now here, and then now I drew this lines here. I have some sort of a autistic way of finding converging technical support levels, so resistance and support, and based off my lines here, we have finally broken out of the wedge, which means KeyCat will break out and it has no real resistance that's covering this. And perhaps like my price targets personally for KeyCat in the next couple weeks is 400 mil to 500 million. That's where I'm personally going to take a lot of profits out and leave a moon bag. So I mean, that's up to you. That's personally my own conviction of it. But KeyCat is going to do fucking amazing in a couple weeks, especially now that it's breaking out and finally has an uptrend. So, and with a Coinbase listing though, it's going to go easily higher than 400, 500 million. This is a base case for Coinbase not even listing their coins. If it does get a listing, then I expect some sort of maybe even 1 billion or something. We'll see what's going to happen. I'm super bullish on KeyCat. I really like this token, but let's look at this next tweet here. I'm convinced all the Solana trench warriors are on full-blown gambling tilt right now. They're frantically trying to make it all back in one trade after getting wrecked by cylinder coins at the lows to buy Trump highs and so on. So yeah, you got to realize 90% of the Solana traders and trenchers are super unprofitable, and they see all of these stories of, oh my gosh, this guy turned $10 into like $1 million. This could be you, right? But you got to realize these are super exceptions and they're not the rule, and you're probably the rule if you're just an average trencher, and you got to realize that's most likely not going to happen to you. So you got to play to the rules that apply to you, and don't go fucking gambling with all your money away. I understand it can be fun, right? Gambling, I do it sometimes too, but with a very small amount of portfolio, like 1% of my portfolio, maybe I'll do a gambling or something. And if I lose that money, okay, I don't give a fuck. So you got to realize that a lot of people are losing their money on gambling on Solana trenches, and sometimes if you're just losing all your money, I mean, if you're at a very small stack, like you have $100, then okay, you're kind of forced to trench. But at that point, why the fuck are you even in crypto? You should get a fucking job, right? But if you have a higher stack, like 4 or 5 digits at minimum, then it's probably good to do some conviction trades. You could probably do on some lower cap tokens so that you can get insane multiples on them. But you got to realize that gambling is not the way to get out of here. The odds are not stacked in your favor, especially in pump fund. So let's look at this next tweet here. Imagine if they listed virtuals. So Coinbase finally listed a native base meme after years. It's actually pumping. So yeah, Coinbase has every incentive to launch virtuals onto their platform here, and if they do it, virtuals is going to have a V-shaped recovery. Ethereum, if it does well, virtuals are also going to do quite well. So yeah, a lot of nice things going into the future. Right now, a lot of price action is choppy on a lot of altcoins, unless you are in base memes. Like I was saying the last couple videos or so, I was saying, guys, rotate your AI agent profits into base coins because these are going to have a fucking narrative. If you followed my advice, you would be having some good times. Okay, that's a bit of a contradiction because I keep saying in the beginning of the video that I say that none of the things I talk about in this video are signals, but I just playing to what I think are the next best options. And sometimes I'm going to be wrong, sometimes it's going to be right, but I'm going to do my best to be as right as possible, because a lot of people in crypto, when they're navigating through the space, they don't know what the fuck is going on. A lot of these people are honestly gambling because they have no clue what is the next narrative, when to buy, when to sell, all of these things. But yeah, again, the call to action for you guys, if you're looking to deploy capital in any of these things, look at AI, Virtuals AI. You can also look at Solana AI, but I like Virtuals AI more. But Virtuals AI, look at the infra plays especially. So Ray, AI, Acolyte, and Game, and you can look at Loomlay as well. It's a bit newer and a lower cap, so it's riskier, obviously, but I think it's going to do very fucking good. And also look at Solana meme coins. They're at a very nice discount, but I don't know if they'll be recovering super fast as base memes. Base memes are still haven't even run that hard yet, so you could probably look for some betas on base memes. So I personally like OKEgg, and that one's probably going to do really well. KeyCat could give some entries into the next couple hours, days, if you wait for it, but KeyCat's most likely going to go much, much higher from here. So that's pretty much all I want to say in this video. Again, no thing to talk about in this video are signals. Please ape responsibly and have some risk management. But yeah, I'll see you guys.